2024, it'll be a big year for Transformer. I tell you, like it's looking like it's gonna be reviving every hope that we have as Transformer fans, and it's really a last push or a big push at least from the big H Hasbro to keep Transformer relevant and to bring it back to its former glory of like 2007 ish. It has been so long since Transformer it has been in a good position, hasn't it? Like I remember the old days, like 2007. You had Transformer One being a banger, then you had Transformer Animated, and then a little after that you'd get like all those movie. Okay, The Fallen, like Revenge of the Fallen was pretty bad, but like Dark of the Moon, some people say is as good as a Titanic. Well, I don't know who says that, but I already heard it. That is one of the best movie ever for some people. I guess like 30 years old living in their like mom basement thinking, oh, Dark of the Moon is such a profound movie with Sentinel and Ironhide. But nonetheless, it was like the golden years for Transformer. You had the movies that were doing good, even though like the story was pretty patchy. You had a lot of series that got a lot of love. Transformer Animated, Transformer Prime. So right now, what I'm seeing is that 2024 will be a turning point for Transformer. There's a lot of project coming, but I think that we have to do justice to 2023. It brought back Transformer into the media with nonetheless like Resident Beast, whether you like it or not, and that's why I want to talk a bit. Before I get into the 2024 aspect, I want to do a little bit of a retrospective into this year and what happened. All right, are you ready? Because there's been a lot of things that happened in 2023, a lot of good, a lot of bad, but we'll see like the main points to make it justice. Because I think 2023 wasn't this bad. All right, so this year is different, I believe, because it's the first of like a all new saga, a new chapter into the Transformer existence, and you can really see like Hasbro putting back effort into bringing back Transformer to the main stage after being shadowed by so many other studio like the Marvels, the Star Wars, the Monsterverse, the Big Mouse, yeah, Disney, but well, the Big Mouse is kind of screwed up right now, but you get the picture, right? So Hasbro decided to go back to Transformer, picked up their old toy, and to give it another chance. Right, Transformers, and in particular Transformer movies, were left for dead for a while now. A bit like in the 80s with G1 when it ended, like Transformers seemed to be like another 80 thing that would just fade away. Back then, to put life into the series, the Big H decided to make their trucks into monkeys. Yeah, it got a lot of hate, but at the same time, a lot of love. And so, what did Hasbro do in 2023, almost 30 years later? To bring back the franchise to life? Yeah, you guessed it. They brought back the monkeys. Okay, so the Beast Wars was a trip. Let's be honest, the show is one of the best amongst like every other Transformers show. It has a big focus on characters. Remember this part, big focus on characters. But man, the graphic did age well. Like I remember looking at this when I was like 10 years old, and I'm not a 90s baby, I'm a 2000 baby. And gee, I was like, yo, this is so ugly. I can't believe this existed. And what I learned is that back then, this was like peak animation. Like, it was really beautiful for the time. But I just remember Beast Wars as being a bunch of animals screaming at the top of their lung, Predacon, terrorize, maximal, maximize, on like desert field, but it was really good because of the focus on the character, right? It really differentiated itself from G1 because G1 you did have a lot of characters, but not that much time to see them versus like Beast Wars. It was a smaller crew, and then you have rotation every season, and then you get a chance to really see who they were and what they thought. Like Dinobot is such a good example of a character and a character heart that well just was perfect, and because of this focus on the characters we were able to have that, right? So and it he was one of the main character, but he wasn't Megatron or Optimus Primal, right? He was still a side character when you think about like the main ones, right? So this was so cool in the Beast Wars to have. It was really like a whole new take on the Transformers, and it still tried to follow like what was set up earlier, a little bit later in the show. It is the following of G1 after all, but it was set in the past. Yeah, I know this part can be confusing, but let me be quick with you in that one. You see that big ship right there? Yeah, it's the Predicant ship. I know it's ugly, but bear with me. It was chased by another ship, the Axelon, a scientific research ship. The ship was operated by the Maximals, Optimus Primal being the leader, and well, they needed to stop the Preds, but oops, they both got teleported through time and space onto old Earth, right? They got teleported because some kind of mechanism. It's so hard to pronounce if you're not a native English speaker, but bear with me. Like this mechanism, like allowed them like this machine to warp time and space, but like they end up in the past on Earth. At the beginning, they don't know it, but eventually, like they get to realize it, and like that's where G1 get in the Beast Wars, and that's where you see like it's the following of G1, but at the same time in the past of G1 because it is in the mid period, like the 4 million years before the Autobots and the Decepticons awaken. So that's about it. Okay, so now you're caught up on like the Beast Wars and what it was. So now we can really jump in into 2023 and what did Hasbro do with this concept, right? So Transformer Rise of the Beast had a lot of promises. Transformer is back to the big screen with a big 200 million budget. Unicron is making his big entrance into the big scene. Well, since the 80s wasn't there, and the last night, can you really count that? Like, we just see his horn out of the earth. It's not really presence to me. Sorry, last night, you were just a bad movie. So, yeah, we got the Beast now and a new enemy, Scourge. Scourge is like this henchman, this hunter for Unicron. He is ultra powered with dark energy, and yeah, he just ended up being another cannon fodder for OP killing streaks. So, but we've got Unicron, right? It's the main big guy. You gotta say to yourself, like, yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be so well done and such a main character. Yeah, he's there in the opening scene, so I guess that's cool. But after that, you don't really see him. He doesn't do much. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, right? But the beasts are there, right? The name is in the title, and they're gonna be main roles, right? Well, they show up late. Primal and Eraser, they're like say characters, but my poor boy Chiro and Rhinox have no contribution whatsoever. My dog Rhinox, which is supposed to be the genius of the group, doesn't have a fucking line. Like that's crazy. Doesn't have a line. Like he doesn't say anything. But they get a cool scene with like
Rhinox! Cheetor! Maximize!
I mean, don't get me wrong, the movie is good and I liked it, but there's so like little time into it. Like they could have done so much more with a bit more time, but like I don't know who I've got to talk in the like who I've got to talk in a Hasbro to get it to happen because so much cool thing were cut, right? Like Transit and Rampage were supposed to be in the movies and well eventually like they just don't be in the movie, right? They're not there. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to get the big H right there to budge, but he doesn't want to say a word. I've been torturing him for like weeks on end, and he doesn't say anything. So I'm gonna keep up. I'm gonna keep up on that, and I'm gonna see if I can get anything out of his nose, right? All right. So what about the shows, right? Well, sadly this year we didn't have any show. Well, Earth Spark is there. I know, but it's so bad. I won't even count them. I don't want to even speak about it. It's just like dog poop. So we ain't gonna talk about it. So as I said, nothing happened. In the video game department, well, Transformer Reactivate was announced last year, but we're still in total shock. Sorry, not in total shock, in total radio silence because we haven't had anything. But like, there's some rumors about maybe it being in the Game Awards and maybe another trailer. So we hope, please, Hasbro, don't cancel it. I want to see something. And at the very least, I'd say like for 2023, Hasbro tried. Like they tried, and well, it worked in some parts. It didn't work in others, but at least they tried. All right, so what does 2024 has in store for us? Let's start with the big screen, okay? So Transformer Rise of Beast had an okay box office, and the live services plus the sales seems to have worked because Transformers Rise of the Beast 2, I hope they do not title this movie like that. It's gonna be awful. It's confirmed, and that's it. That's good news, right? Probably releasing in 2025. We'll probably get it to see a trailer maybe this year. My hopes for the movie is it to be longer so that we may get more character development to begin with, and I'd like to see a bit more focus on the Maximal and the Predacons for this movie. I don't want to see the Beast Wars in the movie, maybe a flashback or something like that, but I'd like to see them fight with the Preds, and I don't know, like the Preds have been revived or successfully traveled in truth time a second time or something like that, and now they're here hunting the Golden Disc. I don't know. But what I'd like to see with the Beast Wars is that they would put it into series. Yeah, explain us what the hell happened between now and then in a series. You got way more time to tell a story. It costs way less. Also, it's a new thing, a Transformer movie related series. Like, dude, Paramount, you had Halo, and now you get nothing. But like, I'm giving you now the monkeys and make a series with it, right? So you need, if you need it, if you want to like go toe to toe with Marvels and Disney's and Netflix. In 2024, we've got also Transformer 1, and if they put their effort into it, this is a turning point for Transformer. I repeat, Transformer 1 will be a turning point for Transformer in the future. Why do you say that? Well, I'm saying this because animation had such a renaissance in the last year. Spider-Man, Mario, Puss in Boots, all super good movie animation, and people love them. If Transformer 1 gets to their level, I tell you, the Transformer will become an animated franchise on the big screen. It's cheaper to do, you can do more, you can tell more, and people like it more and more every single year. Plus, it's the only Transformer movie that dares to do something new. We're not gonna talk about the war. No, we're gonna be talking about Meg and Hopi's, like, or should I say, Orion Pack's story. This is just awesome. For the show, well, they could do a Rise of the Beast show, as I said, but I think Legacy deserves a show. I mean, it's time. Like, Legacy is such an incredible toy line. It needs a story. Go big. Go big H. Go get that. I want to see some multiverse shenanigans. Yeah, so like as I said, Legacy is such an incredible like toy line, such an incredible concept. You've got so many different Transformer from different time, like from every universe, like being released at the same time. Of course, some of them are like really bad, but some of them are really good. Like I can just think of every Armada figures, like they're so well done, and I think it's the time for Transformer to put like their foot into like the multiverse thing. I think it'd be awesome to see it because as this is something like that's right now is popular with like DC and Marvels, maybe Transformer could like dip their toe into it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter. It's just a show, but I'm pretty sure fan will love it more than Earth Spark and Earth Spark. Like there's some good part of it, but like it's genuinely more like targeted to children, and I think we need something more like Transformer Prime that is targeted for everyone, right? So Transformer Legacy show, bring it, please. I've been trying to do something for with Legacy into stop motion, but I'm not that good. You guys are welcome to check it out, but I'm not sure I'm too good with it. So if you need inspiration, as bro, as I say, I'm always there. I can always help, but hey, I'm just a guy. Also, well, I hope that we get like something with Transformer Reactivate, like a release date. Please don't cancel this game. It looks so awesome and like so cool. And maybe a late 2024 release won't happen, but a guy can dream, right? I know like right now there's been rumor with the toys coming and all that. So if those are true and we get something at the end of 2023, if we could get the game in 2024, it'd be awesome, like a late release. I know it won't happen, but guys, you gotta admit, like, we want a Transformer game. It has been so long, like, what, since we really had a Transformer game, Transformer Devastation. Like, man, I want something, and I will do a video about the thing that I'd like to have in Transformer Reactivate. But yeah, Transformer Reactivate is a really interesting project, and if it goes through, it'll be a big part of the Transformer future. I'm sure of it. Also, we should get probably the first comics with the new company that won't be at IDW that'll make them. So a new a new universe. I hope they still get a bit of inspiration from IDW because this is such a full-fledged story. Well, I really want Transformer comics to be as good as they were in IDW and maybe even better, right? I'm gonna give him some chance. They haven't shown us anything yet, but I just really am hyped for that. And I think it's good because a lot of fans didn't get the chance to up on the IDW train, right? It has been so long, like I don't know, 15 years. So you gotta to read a lot of things if you want to be caught up. So now that they start something new, well, everybody's gonna be able to jump in and get on the train and to see like the comic universe develop into something greater, right? So as the Transformer movies, like Transformer One, began to take a little bit of inspiration from the IDWs and the shows, I think it's great that the Transformer comics would also develop and become something greater or as great as IDW because they have been doing such a good job, and I just hope that the next like big comics release like are so good and so well fledged. I want something good. Please don't bring me Dreamwave production again. Please. For the toy department, well, we've got Legacy, we've got Studio Series, and as you see, like, I have you seen like the new ones, like the concept. This is such a cool model, and I think that's just something like I believe that shows us that Transformer will go into the multiverses because now you've got concept being into toys, and this is just so cool. Like Megatron, imagine every concept of every movie being able to be put. Well, I saw the other day like something with Bumblebee's mouth. Imagine if you got Bumblebee with like Darth Vader's mouth. I don't know, like a monster mouth. That'd be really cool and really awesome. It'd be something new, right? So, like this is like for the toys. Toys have been really great in the last years. It is a golden area for toys since really the Netflix shows. It's really like being with Studio Series, Gamer Edition, Legacy, so much more new thing, and like there's Optimus Prime animated coming out next year. So this really got me pumped up. Like I'm a big animated fan, and I'm really happy to see it. And I'm just like really happy with the toys. So just keep it up, Hasbro. You're doing a good job. Alright, so I wanted to end by saying that Big H can put back trucks in the monkeys and monkeys in trucks if they play their card right. Don't be afraid of trying something new. Don't listen to the G1 that says everything has to be G1. No, there's there to keep our dreams alive. I've been a Transformer fan for the past 2 decades now, and I saw it at its peak and I saw it at its lows. I love this franchise and I know all the potential it has, and I know it could be so much more than it is right now. The characters in this franchise are like none others. Optimus Prime is like an idol to anybody who will listen to it, and I know everything that this franchise could be. Right now, we need someone or something to light our darkest hour. But for now, I am Adamus Prime, and I'll send this message to every Transformer fan in the world. Do not lose hope. The future looks bright. The tempest has been passed, but for now, we wait.